Hello everyone, I'm Ibrahim. We just shipped Lumi 3.0. It's the most autonomous and capable version of Lumi we've ever released. So let's jump into a quick demo. Lumi 3.0 is built to take on open-ended multi-part questions. And in this demo, I'll assume the persona of a supply chain planner looking to set Lumi on a task to find opportunities to free up working capital. Immediately, you can see Lumi spring into action. You can see it thinking in real time. First off, stating that it's looking for relevant context to help action on the task. Then it'll actually show you the context that it pulled from the central knowledge base of context. So, in essence, the business context, the details, the aliases, the KPIs, the tables, the fields that it felt were necessary in order to help it deliver the best possible output for the user. From there, it then broke down the analysis into three parts, looking at it by obsolete inventory, excess inventory, and rebalancing opportunities. It's now then going and actually actioning on each one of these analyses, starting off with the obsolete inventory. So it's showing you what it's doing, and transparency is always there, so you can see the actual code that was generated by Lumi. You can always, at any given point in time, if you want to dig deeper, click on focus. You can expand the code as well. And you'd be able to see the full code and edit it as needed here as well. You can also explore what tables that are available, as well as view the data model that it's connected to. With Lumi 3.0, every output is a living document that you can build on. We call them artifacts, and you can easily edit these artifacts as needed. And so it's essentially you and the AI collaborating together in a very seamless way. So for example, if you want to make a change to this chart or visualization artifact that was just rendered by Lumi, you can just click on the edit, um, make the changes that you're looking for, click save, and every iteration is actually tracked so you can revert back as needed. So let's jump back to the regular view over here, and you can see Lumi still running its analysis. Again, showing its thinking at every point in time, and generating the visuals and rendering some of the key takeaways. While this is running, I'd like to draw your attention to the prompt bar. Some neat features over there. So starting off with the ability to attach any PDFs, CSVs, or Excel files, so you can combine insights from structured and unstructured data sources together. You can then look at the prompt helper to understand what tables and fields are available for the user to query. So you can see it's connected to the inventory table, the product catalog, as well as the sales history. And you can click on advanced and you can see more properties and understand that the data set that you're connected to here has 152 million records. So essentially you're asking Lumi to crunch through a fairly large data set over here. We can then scroll up the chat to see what's been done so far. So again, starting off with breaking down the task into three parts and then actually running each part, starting off with obsolete inventory, the code, as well as the chart and the key takeaway. So over here we can see, obviously there's an opportunity that's being called out. Department 230 has a lot of obsolete inventory. So what I could do over here is just comment, and I can tag in, for example, Chris, and say, have a look at obsolete inventory at Department 230, right? And then Chris will be able to come in here and comment back and jump into the analysis as needed. Moving on, you can then see that Lumi progressed to the excess inventory side of things. It attempted the code a few times. There's a few iterations of the code that you can see over here. It's being tracked. And then it's essentially generated the visualization as well as the key takeaways again, and then moved on to the inventory rebalancing analysis. Again, walking us through the approach it's taking, the actual code, generating the output, and in this case, essentially indicating the amount that can be transferred to each department. And then this is coupled with a final summary, a summary plan, essentially recommendations. Here is the approach that you can take to free up working capital, starting off with obsolete inventory, excess inventory, and then rebalancing items from across different locations, all while Lumi essentially giving you its assumptions that it used throughout the analysis, which at any given point in time, you can just say, hey, I don't agree with your definition here. I want you to use 16 month, not 12 months at the cutoff. You're free to explore as needed. Lumi then finally shows you and provides you with a list of recommended follow-ups. So it's Lumi thinking alongside you, helping you figure out what the next best step is given the analysis that was done over here. To collaborate with others, you can simply share the analysis. Either you can copy the link or share it. When you copy the link, you can just paste it in Slack or Microsoft Teams, and they'll be able to jump in and collaborate together. So this is a demo of Lumi 3.0. Thanks for watching.